Melina here. I've been wanting to post and create this as kind of a booktube channel, but lately I've been in a very writing mode, and a lot of booktubers and people who love books evidently want to be writers as well. So I was looking on the internet and I found on a blog called Scriggler. I don't know who it's run by, who added the post or anything, but it should come up if you look up author tag. And yeah, it's just basically 10 random questions that I liked and thought would seem cool to answer, and it's about being an author or writing and stuff. They're fun. They're not very serious, like, oh, explain your process or whatever. I don't know. But let's get into it. The first question is, what is your favorite place to write? I do a lot of writing on my phone and iPod, so I like being somewhere that isn't home. I actually tend to get a lot of writing done in car rides, but if I am home, I like to write in bed, just because it's more comfortable and I'm not trying to fidget around for a comfortable position and stuff, and it's just, yeah, it's better for me. Number 2, coffee or tea. I don't really drink while writing, if that's the question, except maybe water, but in general, coffee or tea. I've always loved coffee, but I've recently had to give up all caffeine and stuff, so I tend to just drink a lot of peppermint tea now, and can't drink coffee anymore, so tea. Number 3 is favorite book of all time. I have the questions down here if you're wondering why I keep looking down. My favorite book of all time, I'm actually rereading right now. It's City of Lost Souls. My favorite book series of all time is The Mortal Instruments, and this is my favorite book from it. And so far, this is the most fun I've had rereading a book. This is my first time ever rereading it, and it's just every single scene I'm so in love with. I'm in love with her writing in this book. All of the characters, you know, what's happening in the plot and everything. It's just one of my favorite books ever. If we're talking standalone, I don't have it with me because a lot of my books are in storage. This is actually a library copy. I don't even have my edition of City of Lost Souls with me, but standalone, I would have to say The Fault in Our Stars, because I've reread that 3 times. It's one of the most beautiful books I've ever read. So yeah. Number 4, NaNoWriMo, yes or no? Yes, I participated in NaNoWriMo once. I actually uploaded a tag video that was like a NaNoWriMo tag, but I don't know why. I guess maybe I didn't like it or something, but one day I checked and it was gone off of my thing, and I guess I must have deleted it. If not, something happened, but it's not there anymore. I attempted NaNoWriMo 2 years ago, and I was really excited. I love November, especially because my birthday and my mom's birthday and a lot of people's are in November, but my computer in which I was writing, and I got to 12,000 words, basically crashed and died. And, well, it's not my computer even, it was my sister's computer, and I had no way of tracking it. That was where I was writing. Thankfully, I had all of my stuff backed up on a USB, so it wasn't like everything I had written was dead, but I was unable to continue for a while, and then by the time I got a computer, NaNoWriMo was done. I intend on doing it again this year if I can. I'm going to start college in about 2 months, and possibly a job later. Probably not, because I don't want too much on my plate, but we'll see if I feel like doing it again. I want to. I'm working on 2 manuscripts right now, and before my life gets too heavy, I want to be able to finish at least one. At least the one I was working on last year, you know. Number 5, the genre you would write if you had no restrictions. I guess it just means what you like to write in general. I'm writing 2 books, like I said. One I've been writing since middle school, and I got pretty far. I wrote like 21 or 22 chapters, and yeah, stuff happened. I'll explain more in a later question. But, and then I have another one that I started when I was in high school, so both of them I've been working on for quite a few years. One is YA, and it's magical realism, and it's also an LGBT novel. And the other is horror. it's not exactly YA horror, but it's not adult. But new adult horror sounds weird, but it's like, she's 22, my main lead protagonist, and it's horror novel. So, those are the genres that I like writing. When people ask me what I write about when I say I'm a writer, I say serial killers and gay people. So, that gives you a hint of my writing style. Number 6, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? I don't know, this changes a lot for me, but currently at the moment, especially because I've been writing one of my stories a lot, I think I would, go with teleportation, more in the form of, like, Charmed, like how Paige can orb, like, getting all glowy and going from one place to another just by thinking of it. I would say that simply because there was, a location that I wanted to kind of set a scene that I was writing in, and obviously I can still do it now through like pictures and stuff to describe it, but I really wanted to go there, but it's in Taiwan. I live in America and I'm broke, so I can't exactly go there, but yeah, so teleportation, just showing up, I could, have gotten a bearing of it and stuff, and just going wherever you want. Imagine like teleporting to like Disney after hours. I'm sure you couldn't really go on rides, but it would just be really rad. I don't know. There's obviously other really cool ones, but that's one that I can't really see any downside to as long as you know how to control it. Anyways, number 7, favorite author, Cassandra Clare. I have many favorite authors. My favorite male author is Stephen King, but my favorite author of all time is Cassandra Clare. And, I'm really just a sucker for everything and anything that she writes. Strictly speaking, all of her Shadowhunter related books, because I haven't read the Magister series, I think that's what it's called, that she co-writes with Holly Black. But when I picked up City of Bones back like when I was 12 or something, it's been my life ever since. I have a Strength Rune tattoo, and it's just one of my favorite things. So yeah, Cassandra Clare. Number 8, what kind of music do you listen to when you write? When I write my books, like one of my 2 manuscripts that I'm working on, I don't really listen to music, but I have a fan fiction that I write. I've written a few, but I have one on Wattpad, and I think I've published it in other places, but it really blew up on Wattpad. And this isn't me kissing my own ass, because trust me, I'm like my harshest critic, but it's fairly popular. It's a shameless Galavich fanfiction, and whenever I write that and I update the chapters, I update once a month. Whenever I'm writing the chapters, I listen to Halsey. Anything by her, because, I don't know, her music just gives me a really good vibe for the tone in which my fanfiction is written in. I specifically listen to Control and Young God a lot, but I listen to all of her. Sometimes I just go on the artist and let everything that I have by her play. Number 9, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? New York City. I'm from New York. I've never lived in the city because I've never had much money, but I am one of those people that, falls victim to just romanticizing New York so much. Everything that I love, like a lot of movies and TV shows and book series that I love take place in New York. I would love to just like live where Broadway is, like at least really close to it, so if I saved money, I could go to like directly to there whenever there was a new show. It just seems like such a culturally beautiful place to live, and that's why I would always want to live there. And the last question, number 10, what do you do when you get writer's block? Which brings me into something that I was saying earlier. Something that I don't do is I don't like to reread too much, at least. Like, if I go really back and I reread a scene that I haven't worked on in like a year, then sometimes it inspires me because I don't even remember writing it. But if it's something that I've been working on and then I'm stuck on where to go next, if I keep rereading it too much, I end up not liking it, and I end up hating it, even if it's good, even if it's like the best version of that draft or that scene that I've written so far. That's why the book that I said that I was writing since I was in middle school, I wrote about 21 chapters of it, And one day I just was reading it, and I'm like, I hate this. I hate everything about this. This is not the correct way in which I want to tell the story, and I ended up just scrapping it all and starting from the beginning, and it was like years of work kind of gone, but I mean, I really like the direction I decided to take it in, and it turned out to not necessarily be a bad thing, but still. But something that I do really like to do is I either go on Pinterest, because there's a lot of writing prompts that like have there, like it's either an opening line of dialogue or like a random like scenario, and it's like just you putting your own spin on it. There's actually also an app that I just downloaded, I think, called Writing Prompts, and it just gives you, like, you can click, it's like character description, and then it just gives you a random character, and you can work off that, or a random scene or sentence or piece of dialogue, and you can just build off that. I like looking at random writing prompts to kind of get out of my head of what I'm already working on and work on something else. And yeah, so that's kind of what I like to do when in terms of writing. This is a writing tag if you're watching this at all, and you like this and you want to try it, you should, and let me know, because I would totally want to see other people's versions of this. And if you want to see the original, just look it up. It's like one of the first links. But if you like this, be sure to give it a like, and please subscribe. Thank you, and bye.